when there's nothing doing. Surely I'm overdue a day. Let's get to work.
Give me a moment to think, will ye?
After all I've seen.
Time to hit the sack. And deep in my cups this
I
day.
find myself hard-pressed to respond.
Let me think on this a moment.
Must be my winter stuff growing in.
We'll see.
Well, this is no good. Can't let myself get
Let's
distracted.
get to work.
I'm dead on my feet. Maybe I'll kick right here.
While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Would that I could spend all day here.
Ah, there you are. You've come at a good time. I've just finished running those tests. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? 'Tis a fell thing you got there. To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailment, certainly, but only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing.
I swear I've never slept better.
I'll have an early supper.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. We have acquired a...
Is there aught I can help you with, sir? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, his condition deteriorated to the point that he had to be moved to the basement sick room. He's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid, not even family. Even we're not allowed to go see him. No need to worry, though. The Abbess is tending to him personally. She'll nurse him back to full health, I'm sure of it. Is there aught I can help you with, sir? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, he's not allowed visitors. No need to worry.
Pray, follow me.
What are you doing? Unhand me this instant.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena is being questioned as we speak. Suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence you've procured, have cast a great deal of suspicion upon the abbess that she isn't like to shake. Pray have this, sir. 'Tis your reward for aiding us in our duty to this city.
When does my watch?
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
My body's not forgiven me for last night.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of? You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would sooner starve to death than lift a finger in the pursuit of honest labour? If this is a jest, it is in very poor taste. All the same, I shall test the truth of your accusation, and who better to make it plain for us than Albert himself? I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If he has aught to hide, his reaction when he finds them will doubtless be very telling. You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not, I have no intention of causing a fuss.
Suppose I ought to be used to this.
came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offence.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid! Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
I've trained for this.
How did I end up in this miserable place?
Tis so dull when there's nothing doing.
I fear this trial is too much for one.
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look?
Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here. You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not...
Maybe I'll keep right here.
Shall we bring Miss Daphne to see Master Sebastian? Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Such quietude. Blessing.
If I could, I'd never leave.
Wonder what's going on in town. Might go and see.
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery, and a flower from Melve seems just the thing. She was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Well then, I ought to be off, I suppose. I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. This is my first time leaving the city. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of import. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe!
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
Anywhere's better than the middle of the town. I could have sworn I ought to attend.
How I've longed to embrace...
Open your eyes, everyone.
Getting proper rest is an important duty in it.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
Home at last.
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
A blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket? What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
Yeah, certainly took a fell turn back there. A chance we stepped on aught we shouldn't have.
I cannot say whether our path was the right one, but there's no changing it now. You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever.
'Tis a relief to be home safe and sound. I only hope the blue sunbright lifts Mother's spirits. What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
Follow me, if you would.
To think the lady here has been supporting the Gracious Hand for so long. I must find a way to thank her. Are all the nobles so kind? I can't wait to tell everybody at the Gracious Hand that I met the lady who gave us the book with the pretty flower.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
When the mind is split, the
Home.
Welcome.
Thank you, Diane. It was a hard job. I only hope... Oh no, rather rare though.
Really?
A picture you...
I believe, Mr. Indeed.
For true?
I think I could...
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket. Good gracious.
Oh,
What precisely?
Not a word.
Good. Do be sure to leave and fare you well. Come, Diana.
What was that all about?
Yes, certainly took a fell turn back there. Perchance we stepped on aught we shouldn't have.
I cannot say whether our path was the right one, but there's no changing it now.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
If I sleep on my woe.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
I haven't seen my husband in some time. You wouldn't happen to know what's become of him, would you, sir?
Bleeding rogue! My bed.
Must have taken a wrong turn.
I mustn't let the captain see my knees. Oh, wait for the new equipment to come in.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come. Would you mind coming over here?
Good to see you. Those garments you gave, to be frank, I've not the slightest interest in the man. In short, you've done us all a service. Good gracious!
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
Hope I didn't lose the bottle.
Steer to the quick!
Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
That's it! I've had enough!
Best make haste.
Beastly! I've had enough!
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
That's it! I've had enough!
Please like this.
What else needs doing? Catching naught but fry of late.
Oh dear.
I fear I've naught useful to share.
I'm not stopping.
Got to be something fun to do.
There are worse things than turning in early, I must say. My temporary... Tis dark out, but we mustn't let that dim our spirits.
Shall we check our packs and be off? Ready to forge on?
While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
always the same dismal affair, if you ask me.
Mindless labor is for mindless men. I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
Well now, is that the Arisen I espy? Who am I? I assure you, it matters not. Yet I should be e'er so glad if you would do me the honor of accepting this staff. Why, had you not heard? Today is a day of gift-giving, my good sir. Upon this occasion, every year, the noble personages who attend this masquerade exchange gifts to deepen their bonds. Thus do I present you now with this staff. Pray, take it. 'Tis a fine make, I assure you. The finest, in fact. Now, I must away. As it so happens, I'm in a bit of a hurry. May fortune smile upon you, friend.
I am all of a dither.
I must confess, I do not think I could endure this sort of occasion if the drink did not flow so freely. You understand me, don't you? Go on, take it.
Now this is a conundrum. I shan't let anything spoil my... You're certainly dressed to impress. Simply ravishing. This is for you.
Well met. Quite the party, eh? Take this if you would.
Methinks I'll have a rest. My feet ache from dancing. Methinks I'll have a rest.
What's this now?
Well, I say. What curious attire you're wearing. This is for you.
Lords and ladies, I beg your attention. We have reason to believe that a thief is lurking in the masquerade hall. Though I am loath to do so, I must ask that everyone wait here. Know also that I shall be stationing sentinels around the venue. We will strive to bring an end to this matter. We have confirmed that an item has been stolen from the masquerade hall. Namely, an artifact known as the Paragon Staff. As such, I must ask that you allow us to examine your possessions before exiting the venue. The search will be conducted in the main hall, and should you have some suspicion as to the culprit in this sordid affair, you've our permission to subdue them. We humbly ask for your cooperation in the arrest of this
Mercy! 'Twas me.
You've made your choice. To jail with you!
Many thanks for your cooperation, sir. Owing to your capable aid, we were able to seize the culprit forthwith.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen. This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Oh, what does...
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Business has been better, but I shan't complain. Always a pleasure. Look, as long as you please.
Time to head to market, methinks.
You're really pushing your luck.
I must confess,
Let me be the one to collect it.
Ah, you've returned. Oh, my spectacles. Well done, sir. With these, I shall have no need to fear any letters, be they small or faintly scrawled. I shall learn aught I can, that the day might come when I can repay this debt I owe you. Many, many thanks. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
A resounding success!
A job well done.
What will our next adventure have in store?
'Tis a marvelous place you found me. You have my gratitude.
Naught feels quite so wasteful as coming upon a fine piece of equipment after purchasing the very same item in a shop.
Certainly, Arisen. How might I be of aid?
Ah, Sir Arisen. I've been meaning to speak with you. Did I see? It was under unique circumstances. You must understand. Thus, for the sake of all who reside herein, though it pains me to...
Do you perchance remember me? You once knew me as maid to the young master, Sebastian. Well, I'm his maid no longer, though I tell no other soul of this. But the girl I had you fetch was none other than Sebastian's own twin sister. Afeared of inviting conflict over their inheritance, Daphne's family branded her a cursed babe and sent her away. Yet the loss of her newborn child drove the mistress half mad with grief. She's been bedridden ever since. I had hoped the sight of her long-lost daughter might rekindle some vital spark within my mistress. But alas, it would seem it was not to be.
Take this. It is something I found. I wanted you to have it.
I can make no sense of this.
It strikes me that we have not visited Melve for some time. Shall we stop by and see how its people fare of late? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Whatever am I to do?
Looking to ride the ox cart?
Now this... is a conundrum.
Took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
anyway.
Over here, if you please. Very well. I shall return.
E'er since the reign of Rothaeus, the founder of Vermund, the village of Malv has played an indispensable role in the defense of our kingdom against the dragon. Yet not only has the dragon been allowed to devastate the village, but in the wake of its attack, you dared to submit what are clearly false reports of having felled the beast. None save the Sovereign can fell the dragon. Perchance you mistook an overgrown wyvern for the bringer of calamity. The fault here lies with you, Ser Ulrika. You have failed in your duty as acting chief.
With all due respect, Sir Martin, our village has dispatched many of its young hands to the northern stronghold since its completion. Was it not the former consul who decreed that the stronghold should serve to defend the kingdom, with Malv offering aid only where needed? Yet the stronghold has remained entirely silent to our plight. How can you say that the fault is ours to bear?
I know of no such agreement. At the very least, Queen Regent Disa has mentioned naught of the kind.
But I'm quite sure the consul...
You would dare misrepresent the words of the dead? Or do you mean to imply that the Queen Regent has spoken falsely? If so, then Melv's problems run far deeper than I had thought. 'Tis not indolence that has taken root here, but treason. The village entire will answer for this.
What? I intended nothing of the sort. Pray, let us...
Save your honeyed words, traitor. I must inform the Queen Regent of this development.
You came to see me? Forgive me, I've much to ponder. Still, how would you like to stay the night? I've yet to repay you for aught you've done for me. A small show of hospitality is surely the least I can do. 'Twas by your godly efforts that Malv escaped the worst of the dragon's assault. The people of this village are more precious to me than life itself. To lose them would have been the end of me. You have my earnest gratitude, friend. I wanted to tell you that, if naught else. Now, 'tis time we slept. There is much to be done for the village, and I shan't manage it without a good night's sleep.
Where is Ulrika? The Queen Regent has declared that Ulrika be apprehended as a traitor to the kingdom. All who seek to abet her will be tried in turn. Bring her before me at once!
Ulrika is gone.
What?
She stole away in the dead of night. Ask around. Several witnesses can confirm it. I cannot say why for certain, but I imagine she took your words to heart, Overseer. Realizing her plans for rebellion had been found out, she chose to abandon the village, for our sake.
You would have me believe that Ulrika was acting alone? That the rest of the villagers harbor no rebellious intent?
Aye, that's the long and short of it.
Very well. I shall take you at your word, sir. However, the absence of a leader will sow naught but chaos. For the time being, your village will be in our hands. If 'tis as you say, I do not expect there will be any objections.
Ah, there you are. There's aught I would ask of you. It concerns Ulrika. You've heard she fled the village, aye? Though that is the case, she would never truly abandon it. She left the village that she might fulfill her charge, protecting Vermont against the dragon. As for where she went, I do not know. 'Twould be unwise for me to go looking for her, lest I draw the eyes of the Overseer's troops. However, should you happen to find her, would you tell me where she is hiding? I can only pray that she does not fall into the Queen Regent's clutches.
pleasure to find you here.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master. Oh, I should... Tell you, there's a forgotten rift stone nearby. I found it beyond the rift. Shall we go there now?
Some of our foes are proficient at ranged attacks. They will prove most troublesome if not dealt with swiftly.
No quarrel here.
Our chance to strike.
I shall lead the charge.
Of course.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. That is a skillful bit of thievery. You do your vocation proud. Fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Ingredients are plentiful here. Bouts?
No harm in picking a few. You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen.
Have my protection! Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Arisen! I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. Our ranks have grown, yet we pawns are men, one and all. Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and mark them on your map. Our party is well balanced. I can see no weaknesses that might be exploited. There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master. A forgotten riftstone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this one.
Where the archers volleyed! Their arrows can pierce us from beyond our line of sight!
One cannot... be too careful.
There you are. Oh.
No harm shall come to you! Thank you kindly. I did not mean to trouble you.
Hang in there. You'll pull through.
Well worth the effort of breaking it.
Guard all you want. Won't make a difference when I've grappled you, see?
Now then, which way?
Ah, let us pick a path and be done with it. If our choice is a poor one, we can simply return.
under attack! I can finish this, here and now!
I'll be with you in a trice.
Yon chest appears to be beyond our reach.
It is a vexing thing to see it so plainly and yet be unable to open it. I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Caught you. You'll be all right now.
You there. Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such suspicion?
Is that who I think it is? Aye, I reckon so. Rather more common looking than I'd expected. But I suppose that's neither here nor there.
I'll go and open the chest.
So you say, but you wagered against our visitor, did you not? And I'd do it again. Look at that fool's face.
And here I was, hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. 'Tis a letter most inscrutable, and I fear 'twill remain as such if we cannot find another piece to this puzzle. Well met, sir. How might I be?
The port crystal is set, but we'll have need of a ferry stone should we seek to make use of it.
Hail! I take it you're the outsider my lord mentioned? How'd he know to expect you? I couldn't tell you. Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him in the manor atop the on-hill.
Messing you about? Come on, follow me. I've something.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
You're gathering grimoires, eh? My lord told me. I happen to be in possession of the Veiled Tome, Owl in Blizzard. I'd even be willing to part with it. If you'd be willing to trade me Fulminous Shield, the magic Aegis for it, that is. What say you? Oh dear, still haven't found it? Then I'm afraid I'll have to hold on to Owling Blizzard for the time being.
'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brant against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops, I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Beg pardon? Why would you ask such a thing? A letter? Oh, you've made quite the discovery. Brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter means to say someone's taken on such a request. Naturally, I can say nothing as to the who or what of the arrangement. I'm sure you understand. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care.
We've been traveling together. We shall await you here, Master.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen. We're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in the lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time, then.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? What a delight. Fancy a gander? Fine wares
I could use a little fun to brighten my day.
Welcome.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
That thief maester's a capable sort. I'd wager this'll make life rather difficult for the Queen Regent.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. So the acting chief of Melv was blamed. However, I've heard no report of her capture as of yet. It may well be that she is safe. Perchance, she has fled somewhere outside of Deesa's reach. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Remember me, sir? Are you feeling generous, sir? Want to lend a hand? Unless we've business, you'd best leave me be.
Barely scraping by.
Fancy a look at my wares? That looks promising. Any idea?
Need anything? Many thanks.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
Spending so freely offers a unique sort of joy. Let's keep our noses to the grindstone that we might do it again soon.
Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind, curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself. And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply would not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold. But this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Tell is, her ties to this figure from the neighbouring country have a romantic tint.
Tad rowdy, but I shan't complain.
Nowadays, for us, are a
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day.
A good sleep does wonders.
Come. We've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
Pray, slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure. Fancy a look at my wares?
Displaying bowmanship for an elf. My hand would tremble on the string if 'twere me, but I expect you'll do just fine. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Well now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Need anything?
All this worrying is giving me an achy back.
I keep feeling nice. Everyone's as tired as I am, seems like.
Some of us get impatient. I train every day.
I'm in pain.
Now, This is a bridge one can cross without fear.
It would be nice to stand here with a stiff drink in hand and admire the view. One couldn't ask.
Displaying bowmanship for an elf. My hand would tremble on the string if 'twere me. But I expect you'll do just fine. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Well now, isn't this lucky? Someone who...
Wolves, Master!
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat? Pulled that off with nearly a hitch. It'll be a rude shock for our foe to find you pinched their loot. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Well, quarter written. A few more victories like that, and we'll have a running for the hill.
Outstanding. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
No harm shall come to you! Thank you kindly. I did not mean to trouble you.
You all right? Perhaps you should rest a moment. Look there, a chest! Allow me to open it, Arisen.
Displaying bowmanship for an elf. My hand would tremble on the string if 'twere me. But I expect you'll do just fine. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Well now, this
I'll gather this. It might be of use. Pray, follow me.
Prepare yourself!
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
Displaying bowmanship for an elf. My hand would tremble on the string if it were me. But I expect you'll do just fine. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on. Oxen are to be found here, of all places.
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be. Arisen, we ought to heal ourselves while we've the chance.
We were battle ready when they found us. This shan't take long.
Of course. It was excellent. I could have done no better. That was superb, Arisen! On my way! I am saved! Thank you, Arisen.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest right close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way?
One of us has been crushed!
This brute has quite the temper.
Why do we not use their rage to our advantage? Thank you kindly. I did not mean to trouble you.
You all right? Perhaps you should rest a moment.
Follow me, if you would. Keep your eyes peeled as we cross.
There's no worse place to be ambushed than the middle of a bridge.
Another statue. Mayhap will yield us into view.
Let us make our way over to it while it's in all sights.
At once, Master. Displaying bowmanship for an elf. My hand would tremble on the string if 'twere me. But I expect you'll do just fine. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Pray, follow me.
I know precisely when a curative...
We have reached our destination.
Oh, true to your word, you have come. Let us begin at once. I should like to observe your form first and foremost. So stand here and take your aim at yon targets.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
You have my gratitude. I learned much from you just now. In fact, I have made a discovery. Unlike those of elven make, bows crafted by other races are designed for keen aim. Is that not so? But I can see this is no revelation for you. I expect you thought this design common to all bows, yes? Not so for those of elven make, however. Our bows are crafted to guide not the hand, but the heart. Mayhap you will find the sentiment strange, but such is the perspective of elven kind. We are taught that arrows loosed with proper form will strike true, as if 'tis all a matter of poise. I admit, I find it rather baffling myself. Perhaps that is why my bowmanship has failed to improve. Yet with this bow, I begin to understand. Let us see if I fare any better now.
Huzzah!
What a feat! I can hardly believe it. Every last arrow found its mark. Dead center. This marvel is nothing at all like an elven bow. The design allows for ease of aim and steadfast flight of each arrow. To think that I should feel such a difference. Mayhap I am more suited to a bow of foreign make than one of my own people's. It is a strange thought, but how else to explain it? My arrows have not soared so true in all my days. I'd nearly given up on myself, yet 'twould seem I am not without talent after all. My performance with this bow has divested me of such doubts. But the ingenuity of this design, if only my people would take heed. 'Tis all very well to talk of honing one's form, but why should we not perfect the tool so integral to our customs? I am decided. I shall take this bow back to the arbor. With this as my weapon, I have no doubt I shall pass my trial of archery.
It seems Sir Glyndor's doubts no longer plague him. May his newfound confidence see him through his trial of archery.
I quite agree.
Arisen! I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. I found a place with some useful materials for enhancing our equipment. I've marked it down on the map. While travelling beyond the rift, I uncovered a treasure chest hidden in this very locale. Shall we seek it out?
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. Come to think of it, we might already have what we seek stored away.
I say!
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master? Nambaro.
With the port crystal placed, we'll be able to use a ferry stone to return here in an instant.